Hey, bienvenue pour une nouvelle vidéo sur The Wolf Among Us.
No, but we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Le tordu vivant.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Et ouais, là je suis bien content de l'avoir amené vivant en fait.
Are you okay?
Ça va.
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess
Ne vous inquiétez
you've
pas.
been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Et la plot twist elle est avec le tordu en fait. Elle va le libérer et
About
tout.
time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done?
Il va
fucking
se jeter
crook.
lui-même.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone? Can I have your
Ah, il y a le
attention?
boucher et tout.
Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
Oh là là.
It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
mince.
Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Ah!
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed.
Mais c'était dans le combat?
What?
Dead.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything.
Voilà, au moins Blanche est pas
We'll deal with
stupide.
it later, but right now you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Voilà.
Got
Mon
it?
dos.
If you insist.
De toute façon, il
You
dit
are
que de la merde
charged
alors.
with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff
Voilà.
Bigby Wolf.
Exactement.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Ah,
Aiding and
malentendu.
providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie.
Ouais.
Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of...
D'être un con... Attendez, j'ai pas le temps de lire les trucs. J'essaie de lire en plus que dit Blanche et tout. Bon, on va laisser parler.
Magical
Le monde Crane,
artifacts.
allez hop, c'est parti.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Bien sûr.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily. So you can strike that
Faut le prouver ça.
from the record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Attendez, laissez-le parler. C'est qui? C'est qui qu'on laisse parler là?
It's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to
Oui.
the witching
Where it
ground.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
isn't
him
What the
talk?
justice.
fuck?
If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't
Bah, de toute façon, il va
deserve
dire
it.
n'importe quoi. Genre, c'est pas moi! Je vous jure, j'étais devant la télé.
This is ridiculous.
Je regardais Once Upon a Time.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White.
Oh là,
We've all
puis-
met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he
On s'en
was.
fout.
He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed
Ouais,
those
ça, je suis
women.
pas
It was
certain
his
quand même.
business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
De
toute façon, c'est sa parole contre la parole de Georgie. Hein.
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Je n'appellerais pas ça de l'aide. Ouais, je suis désolé de mettre pause, mais attendez, j'essaie de... Il me faut genre quelques secondes pour imaginer qu'est-ce que peut dire Bigby derrière certaines phrases. Genre, je n'appellerais pas ça de l'aide.
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter, and I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
I think you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted that any of those
C'est bien
girls
fait, quand même.
wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us.
Yeah.
How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless,
Non mais,
sniveling on
imaginons
street
Fableville avec vous.
corners, I was there to look
Imaginons
out for you.
Fableville sans vous. Je pense que sans vous, c'est mieux quand même.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what
C'est
did I
Olivia
do
le
for
tordu,
you?
bah le mec, voilà.
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in
Il va
turn
recommencer?
we used her magic to help poor Faples get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but
Oh, je suis trop gentil.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you
Oh là
can't
là,
lie
mais
to
c'est
me.
nimp.
You hated Crane, and you hated him for
Et vous le
wanting to
haissiez.
fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
J'aurais dû laisser
And so does the
Tordu
sheriff.
mourir en fait. J'aurais jamais dû le ramener.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope
Voilà,
for
ça
a
c'est
better
bien ça,
life.
Blanche.
You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and
Nous
add it
mettons
to
un
his
terme à ça.
strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
Voilà. C'est bien, ça. Ça, c'est du vrai discours.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now.
C'est genre, là,
But
les
you
gens,
need
ils vont de quel côté et tout.
His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Po, po, po. Je sais pas si c'est dynamique, là, genre, y a des gens qui restent avec lui ou pas, en fonction des choix qu'on fait.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
Mais arrête
The
de
sheriff simply doesn't
blablater.
have a particle of evidence linking me to
Mais
the
Georgie
bah.
was working for you. Bigby got a
a
confession that...
confession that nobody heard.
Ouais.
I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom George
Bah oui, mais bon, dans ce cas-là...
especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing
Punaise, je suis le shérif, normalement...
Just
Of
me.
course it's right. This man tormented
Normalement, y a pas à
all
remettre en
for
cause ma
profit.
parole, quoi.
Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Will you just shut the fuck up already?
It's okay.
Maintenant, il dit
Whatever
de la
you're
merde.
getting at,
Il dit de la
get
merde et
to
tout le monde
it.
l'écoute. C'est pas
If
ok.
I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all
Il
just
s'agit
let
de
that
votre
go?
procès.
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What?
You're the one on trial here. Don't
Voilà.
try to turn this around
On
on
verra ça un
us.
autre coup pour moi.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
Boum.
Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
Ouais, lol.
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege
The
should be
flute.
afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless
Mais rien
children,
n'empêchait de
too
faire tout ça,
stupid to
mais
command
légalement
your
quoi,
own
sans faire
destiny?
des activités un peu
Me.
cheloues.
Who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Et si le mec il tenait tant à aider les gens, il est pas obligé de faire ça avec des trucs bizarres sous la table quoi.
When it leaks to our dear citizens. Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Et du coup si on le tue, on n'a pas toute cette scène du coup. Non.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Oh
Why
punaise,
don't you
j'ai peur.
take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's she
one?
doing here?
J'ai peur, elle va dire de la merde.
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right
Ouais
ahead.
bon, j'ai peur.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
what
up.
Bon, ça va.
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn
Ah mais
ribbons.
maintenant vu que l'original est morte.
You know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff,
no.
this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took
C'est
her
bien.
own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa.
you.
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker.
Boom.
Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
Oh là
I
là.
hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it.
Vous avez conquis
It was
la
always
foule.
him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
Ça n'empêche les gens comment ils se sont trop fait emballer par le tordu au début quoi.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
Ouais,
So
ouais.
quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy? You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Voilà. Arrête de parler.
Done then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody.
Ouais, je pense
We
que.
can imprison him.
Ouais.
Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't get
bloodshed
it.
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you answer.
Oh là là, on devrait voter.
Why not?
Non, non, c'est pas.
What do you think this is?
C'est pas. En fait, je me pose parce que si je fais un let's play, j'essaie de parler un petit peu et tout, voilà. On devrait voter, je pense pas que c'est le bon choix, tout le monde veut choisir de le balancer et tout. Et moi, j'ai presque envie qu'ils soient enfermés, vous voyez, parce que la peine de mort, c'est trop facile, voilà. Moi, je dis, c'est un peu ce que dit Gwen, voilà. C'est genre, oh bon, on le tue, et puis voilà, le mec, il a plus conscience de ce qu'il a fait et tout. Alors que enfermer le mec, il aura quand même tout le reste de son existence, qui apparemment va être un peu longue, pour se dire qu'il a vraiment fait de la merde. Voilà, et s'il est vraiment bien enfermé et qu'il n'y a pas de souci, qu'il peut pas discuter avec des gens et tout, le mec, ça va être une vraie torture pour lui. Oui. Et voilà. Mais du coup, Blanche, je sais pas ce qu'elle veut. Du coup, mais j'ai pas envie de prendre sa place parce que c'est pas mon rôle. Donc dire je vais décider, c'est pas bien. On devrait voter. Je suis sûr que tout le monde va dire qu'on doit le tuer. Et Blanche devrait décider. Je sais pas ce qu'elle va dire. Mais je vais prendre ce risque quand même.
Calm down.
Look, Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
Non mais elle est là, faible pour moi, là, c'est pour
I
ça.
guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Je me disais en même temps, c'est bizarre que le
Okay.
jeu nous donne le choix en
Mr.
fait.
Wolf,
Enfin,
it's your call.
justement pas le choix sur un truc aussi gros.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff.
Lui arracher la tête, what?
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Putain, j'ai pas le temps. What? Mais genre c'est un homme d'action ou quoi? Mais j'ai fait cul. Ah, si je le frappe pas, il se passe quoi?
I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can
Et là,
still...
il veut qu'on le tue parce qu'il a trop peur. C'est vraiment pour encore plus tenter le
You
joueur, quoi.
said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What he's
serious.
done, you're just gonna
Mais en
put him in
plus-
prison?
This
Il disait que
isn't
c'était
the
trop
way,
facile,
Sheriff.
Nap.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Achievement Steam, chargement. Eh, lui arracher la tête, c'est violent quand même, hein. Et du coup, c'est la fin? C'est lui? Elle a fait un trompe-l'œil.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
Mais oui, en plus c'est ça.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Ouais, GG. Oh, top là.
Let's just call it even.
Ouais, mais du coup, il se passe quoi si...
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Mais comment il voit?
This fucking line.
Il y a Jack.
Oh, Mr. Wolf?
Mr. Wolf.
Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Mais elle peut pas prendre un peu d'aide? En plus, ça crée de l'emploi et tout? Non? Parce qu'elle a l'air un peu débordée quand même.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Ok.
Someone's gonna
Oh,
see
mon Dieu.
you, Colin.
Au clin d'œil qui veut rien dire du tout. Mais comment est-ce qu'il ouvre les bières là? Comment est-ce qu'il les ouvre? Genre je les vois bien avec ses petites pattes et tout. Non. Nope. Chargement. Bon les gens, on va arrêter là. J'ai regardé, je pense qu'il y a assez de... Le prochain épisode sera le dernier je pense. Et il y aura quand même assez, ce sera pas un tout petit épisode. Enfin je sais pas, on verra bien. Voilà. Et du coup on lira le livre des fables la prochaine fois. On verra aussi je pense nos statistiques, des votes et tout. Donc voilà, donc rendez-vous demain pour une nouvelle vidéo sur ma chaîne. Et bien à plus.